My lovers, Cancer Nation and their lovers, welcome to your February 2021 astrological sign update. Now remember, when you're watching these readings for love, Cancer, you're not just going to watch your sun sign. You're going to watch your sun, your moon, your Venus, and your rising sign. And then you're going to watch your person's placements in these areas, because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped or vice versa, or even mirrored. So it's very instructive to watch these readings twice, one for yourself and the other time for your person. Now, not all the messages are going to resonate. You got to put on your discernment cap, okay? And allow your guides to tell you, okay, yeah, that's for you. Yeah, discard that. That's not your situation, okay? Because there are thousands of people that are going to be watching this, and Spirit is just going to bring forward the most prominent energies, okay? So we're going to start with a holistic view of your person. We're going to start with a message from your person's higher self. This is my divine counterpart and separation deck. We're going to look at, okay, these might want to come out. I know that this is soul connection and destiny calling. So somebody's answering the call of destiny. They're being pulled in a particular direction here. It's definitely towards the light. There's some kind of, it's so freaking weird, because I just changed the music. I don't know. The music was kind of getting to me, and when I looked at it, it was saying some golden gate. And look, there is this gateway that's opening. So there's this gateway that's opening for your person, and they're going to go towards it, and so it's an ascension gateway, and it's also a gateway of victory. Because I don't know, today looks like the triumph. It looks like that today. Well, not really, but I don't know why I got that. It does not, but I don't know. That's why I look. So there's some kind of victory that your person's walking towards, but they know that this is a soul connection. They may even know the word twin flames, some kind of eternal love coming through here, okay? Let's look at their emotional body. Not necessarily connected to you. It's my emotional intelligence deck. We have haunted by the past, haunted by their past actions, because I feel like, you see those two cards that came out? I know this is a soul connection. I feel like this is a new development. I feel this is something that's just come into their awareness. It's they're finally answering the call of destiny, and now that they're recognizing this thing for what it is, they are haunted by the things that they said, and they're haunted by the things that they did. What are they experiencing right now on the Twin Flame Soulmate journey? This is my twin experience deck. I shuffle all these before, but I do Tankara for you guys. People like to see it, or most people do anyway. What are they healing right now? This is my Wounded Warriors deck here. Oops. What was that card? Spellbound. Some of them, there's some kind of curse, whether family curse or something, I think. And on the bottom of the deck, we have blame. So that kind of goes hand in hand with that haunted thing, because they're blaming themselves for maybe possibly a disconnect between you guys at this time. Then we're going to look at what's happening in their family situation. Or it could be the family that they grew up with, or they may have a family right now. So we're going to go into this family feud deck. What is this? Yeah, there's a kind of sticky situation going on. The family feud deck by our soul sister Tiffany. And if you want to support her by purchasing this deck, I am going to put the details down below, because this deck is as accurate as F. But it looks like there's something in a person's life that's just not coming together at this point in time. I'll get 2 cards from this deck. It's 160 cards. Whoa. Woo. Spirit saying it's time to forgive. I feel like this message is not just for about your person and them working on their forgiveness. I think this is a message for you. It's time for you to clear your energy, clear the bitterness, clear the resentment, I'm surrounding the situation with this person, especially if you want them to come back in. If you don't, well, you know what, fuck them, right? But if you want them to come back in, there's a message there. It's forgiveness time. It's time to walk through that gateway of forgiveness, because there's something beautiful, whether it's with this person or somebody else, that lies on the other side. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna get a 3D message from your person. All right, so let's turn over these cards now. So the first card we got, I know you're my other half. And what was the other card? What was that? They know, and that's the first message that they want to have. They want to put that out there. They want to put that out there. They know you're the one. This is not something that they're juggling around in their mind and they're confused and shit. No, they're not confused and shit, okay? They know that you're the one. But it looks like they're caught in some kind of spider's web here. They're caught in some kind of spider's web here. It's like there's a lot of deceit and treachery that's surrounding this love at this time. There's some kind of darkness that's surrounding this love at this time. And for some reason, I'm going back to that spellbound card that we saw under the in that deck. It kind of showed itself. There's something here that's surrounding this connection this time. So there's some kind of entrapment, so something like that. Or your person's entrapped in some kind of situation where they don't feel there's a way out at this time. It's like a maze and they can't make their way out. Your person might be connected to somebody else, might even be married to somebody else. But they want you to know that they know. And this is what haunts them. It's the knowledge of this that haunts them, because now they're like, they fucked up. They messed up a good thing. They realize that now. I think they're doing this big review of their past with you, and maybe even with other people. Okay, because I feel like where we see how we saw that destiny calls, I think, and they're going through a big shakeup right now, a big awakening. So it's causing them to not just review the past with you, but review their past relationships. I think this person was breezing through life. Okay, not really doing any kind of introspection. Everything that happened, they just projected it onto the other person and they moved swiftly along onto the next person, and they thought, you know what, I am the most unlucky person in the world. But you know, after a while, if it is that the main character in all the stories is yourself, then you have to start looking at what energy you're bringing to the table that's manifesting all these toxic situations. And I think this is where a person's at, and they're really haunted by their past. Now this haunted, they're also getting haunted in their dream state. I think you're haunting this person. They're getting a lot of dreams about you. I think they're getting a lot of synchronicities from spirit in the dream world, because this is when this person allows themselves to open up to spirit. Now, what I was going to say before I saw dreams is that you may not know, but there's something from your person's childhood that keeps haunting them. It's something with their parents, okay? And they're able now to clear some of their self-sabotaging behavior and some of the behavior that they're haunted by, because they're opening this part of forgiveness with their parents, or it could be, let's call it caregivers. There's something that happened here. So we're going to pull cards on this when we get to it. But I feel this and this is also connected. So there's a lot of introspection, regurgitation that's coming up for your person. It's like, you know, your whole life being flashed before your eyes. It's a big life review. Okay? And they're giving me the analogy like, you know, you study for such a long time. Okay, let's say you go to university and you do your 3 years or 4 years or whatever it is. Okay, and then there's this big massive exam, this big review at the end of everything. It's like that. Okay, so it's a big review of how far they've come, what they've learned, and what they need to change. There's this big life review that's happening, and that's because they're about to ascend to a different stage. They're about to answer some particular call, the call of their soul. And there are things that they need to leave behind, and there are things that they're going to take with them, which is a wisdom. So they're haunted in the dream state by you, and I think they're getting a lot of downloads in the dream state as well. So we'll pull a card on all of these. We have perpetrator. What are they healing? They've been the victim of some sort of betrayal, crime, something like that. And I think whatever it was, they might have been the victim the first time, but they may have gone on to perpetrate that crime onto somebody else. You know, when the abuse becomes the abuser, it's like that. So this is what they're healing. This is something happened to them that they've been holding on to. And they may have sworn to themselves that they would never be like the person who perpetrated this crime or this betrayal or whatever. But then they end up doing the same thing. We're going to pull cards and see what this perpetrator card is all about. But this is them now trying to forgive the person that did that. Could be a criminal act on them, but also trying to forgive themselves for maybe doing that to somebody else. I don't know. When I pull some cards on that, I'll know for sure. We have Cain and Abel. So there's some kind of sibling rivalry or some kind of dysfunctional family that's happening here. Maybe the person who betrayed them was a family member. It seems like most of the readings coming up with some kind of sex abuse, isn't it? Because I'm getting that here again today. But I don't know. I'm not getting, it could have been a sibling that did this to them. I'm not getting that. Today I'm getting like an uncle or something like that. But there's some kind of dysfunctionality with the masculine energy in this family. We're going to find out. What do they want you to know? I've had a personal tarot reading to understand our connection because I believe that we are destined to be together. So again, I told you this person knows. They know. Even maybe when you talk to them, they try to pretend that they don't know what the hell is going on, that you're crazy and woo-woo and that kind of stuff. But they know. They're doing their own spiritual shit in the background and trying to find out more about this connection. Okay, so let's see. They know that you are their other half. They know this. They know this, but they have a choice. I told you they're with somebody else. They're with somebody else, and they find it very hard to make that choice. Okay, but I think they're willing to face their fears. Here we have this Nine of Swords in reverse, but they know that they need to make a plan. They need some kind of strategy here if they're going to release this third person and move towards you with this Eight of Wands. What are they haunted by, Spirit? Well, they're haunted by their choices, especially their choice. It looks like they chose a karmic partner. This is coming through here. Now, some of you may not be a karmic partner. It might be something karmic, like maybe a job. It could be karmic family members, but they chose that particular option over your relationship, and now they know that they made the wrong choice. They went in the wrong direction because right now they're feeling so lonely, unsupported with this karmic soulmate. The third party is coming through pretty quickly, but they were being a player and they're haunted by their player ways now. They're haunted how they were in and out of your life, playing the field and all the drama that they brought to your life. They're haunted by it all because now their life is it's absolute chaos. They're with a third party. They're with a third party, okay? It's coming out too strong. They went to this different direction here, and now it's just absolute chaos in their life. Now, there's something here about dreams. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, their dreams are guiding them, showing them the possibilities, telling them that they need to move in a different direction here. So they're getting a lot of downloads there because that's when they allow themselves to be open to spirit. Yeah, their dreams are trying to show them the way to happiness. And apparently the way to happiness is with you. In my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic energies and all upright court cards are divine energies. So this, in the dream state, whatever messaging they're getting there, it's always pointing them back to you. Now, what are they trying to heal? They're trying to heal this perpetrator energy. Maybe this person was a predator. Maybe this person was very manipulative in your relationship. Maybe they preyed upon your sensitivities, your given nature and that kind of thing. But Spirit is letting you know here that is because they, at one point, they were on the receiving end of this kind of behavior, and then they end up doing it to you and other people. And this is the baggage that they're trying to release right now. What else are we getting on this? Now, they have been very resistant, okay, in trying to transmute this energy. For some of them, the secret of whatever happened to them lay deep in their subconscious. For some of them, it's some kind of abuse. But it looks like they're healing by acknowledging this truth, and for some of them by speaking this truth to the perpetrator. Whatever it is. It could have been physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect. There's something here that caused them to behave the way that they did when they were with you. That caused them to be so intimacy avoidant that they were coming in and out of your life. That caused them to disregard your feelings and really take advantage of your emotions and your loving and giving nature. It's because they were at some point they were on the receiving end of that same treatment. So right now, what are they doing? They're working on forgiveness and forgiving the people who did those things to them. And for a lot of them, it is family members. Let's see, this time to forgive. Yeah, they grew up in a very dysfunctional family. Look, the Ten of Cups in reverse. And Spirit is saying this dysfunctional family was so unstable that it caused a lot of mental conflict and maybe mental dis-ease or some kind of mental illness in your person. But this cycle is closing out right now. This is what they're working on right now. They're trying to bring themselves back into balance. Now let's see this Cain and Abel thing. So there's a sibling rivalry that's coming through. Some sort of dysfunction with the masculine energies in their family line. Yeah, they've been stuck in a kind of defensive mode, okay? Protecting their energy and being cut off from people. And it's because they've been stuck in some kind of frustrating situation from the past. It's something that happened to them as a child. We have that Page of Wands in reverse. What is it? We have Knight of Pentacles. What is this? Knight of Pentacles. I see them trying to return to stasis because they grew up with a narcissist. I do not know if it was a sibling, but it could be siblings and it could be some kind of masculine energy in their life. That's why your person is the way they are. They grew up with an absolute narcissist. So they were on the receiving end of a lot of narcissistic treatment. And that's why they may have come off as having a lot of narcissistic tendencies to you. They were programmed that way. And they thought that this was absolutely normal. But they're seeing now that it's not. And they've had themselves stuck in this loop for a very long time. That's why they're so protective and defensive. They've been the victim of narcissistic abuse. And the only way for them to survive in this family dynamic is to be much of the same. You can't be open and loving and giving with a family dynamic like that. They will eat you for breakfast. So they're realizing this is where their whole defensiveness and intimacy avoidance, it all comes from this experience that they had in their family. Now they're trying to find out more about this connection through some sort of esoteric knowledge, yeah, because 9 of Wands talks about spiritual power. So they're tapping into their own spiritual power right now. They want to understand this connection more. They feel like you guys are destined to be together, but they have so much insecurities. What do these insecurities revolve around? Let me see. There's something that's very intimidating about you. They're perceiving as intimidating, but it's just because they aren't standing in their power. That's why they would feel like that. They feel like they can't level up. They feel like they can't match you. It's like you have outmatched them. This person is very competitive, okay? They're very, very competitive. 9 of Wands is also a competitor, right? They're very, very competitive, but they feel like they can't compete with you. They feel like they have nothing to offer except sex. They want to offer some hot sex. But other than that, anything tangible? No. And it's because they're with this karmic partner here. Let's see their heart space energy for you. So that's what's happening with your person there. A lot of issues that they're powering through at this time. It's like, you know, they're being prepared to walk through a particular gateway here. Let's see their heart space energy for you. All right, we have the Hermit in reverse, and then we have the 5 of Swords. So this person is still doing a lot of self-sabotage here, and that's because they just don't want to go too deep within, it looks like. They don't want to rock the boat, okay? And they have so much insecurities, they don't even know where to start. When this person thinks about you and thinks about this connection, Cancer, their lovers, where is their heart at? We have the 6 of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, energy. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's a Taurus. We have the Page of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. And we have the High Priestess. They ain't saying shit. Although they do want to say shit. They do want to bring some kind of fiery message to you. They want to talk to you. Okay, but right now they're doing all their talking in the ethers because they believe that they aren't good enough. This is this person's biggest issue right now. And this issue is because they have always identified their worth with their material possessions. And it looks like there's some kind of upheaval in their economic situation right now. They're very financially unstable. And once they're financially unstable and they've identified themselves with their finances, then they're not feeling good enough. So they don't feel good enough to come forward, but at the same time, they don't want to lose you either. So they want to come here and give some kind of small talk, have some kind of chat here, okay, with you, but they're not willing to open up their heart just yet. They're still very much in pride and ego, and that is because this person is very insecure. They don't want you to see underneath this public appearance, right? That's the public appearance there, okay, where they want everybody's validation and everybody celebrates them. They want you to only see this public image. They don't want you to see this inside, where they're a hot mess. They don't want to see that. They don't want you to see that. So they want to come forward, say something passionate to you, you know, give you something to hold. Give you something to hold. But I don't see them making any kind of big investments in this connection at this time. They're still very much deep in their ego. Let's see that 6 of Wands. Now I see at some point they're going to face their fears because they do want victory with you. Okay. They want to talk to you. I think that's the most important thing that they want to do right now. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. Okay. They're thinking about releasing this third party, but there's money worries. There's some kind of monetary issue here. There's some kind of monetary issue, and that makes it difficult for them to move on from some particular situation that's toxic. Let's see that King of Pentacles in reverse. You see, you are standing in your power. Look, you here. You are standing in your power, and they are not. You are the Queen of Wands. You are the Queen of Pentacles upright, and they are the King of Pentacles reverse. They feel like they just cannot match up. And their ego dictates that they either match up or be better than you are. But they don't want to lose you, so they want to come and talk because they're very attached to you. They have this attachment. Okay, they're very codependent on your energy, so they want to come and talk to you. I saw the Knight of Swords reversed, so they might even want to come and lie to you. Okay, but they want to come and say something. They don't care what is being said. They want to say something. I think for some of them, they want to do a review of the past and kind of clear the air between you guys. But they're not in a position to invest in any sort of way in this relationship, in this connection. Now the intuition is telling them to come forward and speak their truth. This is what's pushing them to come forward. But they're not ready to take this leap of faith just yet. So this person, they're so conflicted inside. You know, there's a part of them that yearns for you, but at the same time, there's a part of them that wants to keep you at a distance because they don't want you to see the hot mess that they are. They want to have this perfect image. You must adore them. Okay? Kneel in front of their throne, right? You must worship at their altar. They don't want you to see the real them, which is this King of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want you to see that. You must always have this perfect image of them and who they are. Let's see, how are you blocking this connection? Because these days I'm focusing the readings on our circle of control. So how are you blocking this connection, viewer? How are you blocking this connection right now? All right. 7 of Pentacles. How are you blocking this connection? Well, maybe you're deep in your work. Okay. You're deep in your financial investments. Okay. And you're not really doing the healing work that you're meant to do at this time. Because look, I see the spirit guys up here. Hey, you. Hey, you. I needed to go deep within and do some work and do some healing. And you're like, no, I'm studying my money. I'm studying my money right now. Cannot be bothered. Your spirit guy's like, what the fuck is this girl doing? But you're like, no, I'm studying my money. Okay. But some of you are continuing to invest in this connection, even though you're not getting a return on your investment. Or rather, whatever you're getting in return is a mere pentacle compared to the 6 that you are investing. So basically, you are settling for less than you deserve. And remember, with energetic connections, once you are settling for less than you deserve, they are also going to be settling for less than they deserve, because everybody around you is a mirror of who you are. How are you blocking this connection? We have the 7 of Wands reverse. You have some kind of a lax boundaries here. Okay. Now, it may not be with everybody in your life, but it could be with one particular person. Okay. So again, settling for less than you deserve and being codependent. Okay. So you're not establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries with this person. So there's still this lesson in boundaries that's outstanding. And until you master this, you're not going to graduate. Okay. No golden gateway for you. Okay. So Spirit is asking you to graduate from this lesson. There's a lesson in boundaries here that's outstanding. Now we have 7-7. So you're getting divine intervention and guidance at this time. But for some of you, you're studying your money and you're not paying attention to what your spirit guides are telling you. How are you blocking this connection? You're not speaking your truth. You're holding your truth back. Or maybe there's a truth you don't want to see. I'm going to pull cards on that. Spirit, why is that Ace of Swords in reverse? We have a 4 of Wands. And then the Ace of Swords upright. And we have healing. All right, again in 2 messages. Some of you are not facing reality of your person's situation. For some of you, your person is either married or in a deeply committed relationship, and they are not reciprocating what you are putting into the relationship. Okay, so there's an imbalance there, and you don't want to acknowledge the truth of that. And as long as you don't acknowledge the truth of that, again, you'll keep on settling for less than you deserve. That's one. But for some of you, there's some kind of truth about your childhood or your foundation here that you don't want to acknowledge and you don't want to speak about, and Spirit wants you to speak about that. Let's see what it is. I pulled 3 cards. So there's something that you need to speak about or acknowledge and see the truth of what happened so that you can heal this, and you don't want to see it. Now we have dark force entities. Now it could be that you guys have negative attachments like dark force entities. But I am getting that maybe you, like this person, you grew up around some really karmic family members, okay? And the kind of damage that they did to you, I don't think you're acknowledging the entirety of it and the impact that it had upon you, your psyche, and all your relationships. What else is here? We have fragmented. So some of you have gone through some severe trauma and you're not acknowledging the totality of it. Maybe if you think if you acknowledge the totality of what happened to you, you feel like you won't be able to bear. You feel like you will just fall apart. You would just be shattered. So for some of you, you have soul fragments, or oh God, what do we say in SRT? My God, I can't even remember the wording. I do this every day. Oh my gosh. I can't remember. So some of you can't remember some of the trauma that happened to you. Disassociated subpersonalities. I'm sorry. And I do this every day. Yeah. So some of you have some disassociated subpersonalities from some kind of traumatic events that you guys went through, and it's like you just can't retrieve that because it's just outside of your conscious awareness. What else is Spirit asking you to heal from your childhood? We have facade or mask. So for some of you guys, in order to survive, you had to just put on a mask. You had to go gray wall and just mask your feelings because of the narcissistic energies that were coming at you. Okay, so you learn to hide your feelings. You learn how to be stoic. You learn how to be somebody else to please those around you. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to see the truth about that because it's affecting your relationships and still affecting this one. Okay, so based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's actions towards you within a month of you watching with this reading? What the fuck with this card? Shit. Well, they're coming in with some kind of truth. Queen of Swords. They're stepping into their authenticity, and it looks like there's some kind of communication that's coming in. Now, they want to tell you about what happened in the past. They want to give an explanation about why they may have come across as hurtful, or why they indeed hurt you. Because they're haunted by it, they have to talk about it. Okay, they have to get it out of their system. So they want to talk about this injustice that was done. What else I want to do? We have judgment in reverse. They want you to know that their judgment was off. Okay? They were blinded by the karma. They sabotage this connection. So I see a conversation happening. This is what I see. There's going to be this big conversation about what happened in the past. And this person's going to be trying to explain why they did what they did. Do you want to hear it? I don't know. You got to tell me down below. I don't know. Some of you guys don't want to hear it. But for some of you guys, it might give you the closure that you need. So there's a conversation that's going to happen. What is the advice for you? What's the advice? The advice is Treasure Island. Okay. Now, this is like the 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay, we have treasure here. We have card number 9. So Spirit is saying right now, this relationship has potential to indeed be a treasure island. But for it to have potential to be a treasure island, you have to find the treasure within you. You have to love yourself first. Okay? And part of loving yourself first is recognizing your worth and setting healthy boundaries in order to protect your energy, your resources. Okay? And it looks like there's still that lesson that's going on. This lesson about boundaries. So let's see what this card is all about. Card number 9. 9 is the Hermit. Let's see what it's about. Relationship message. Your relationship is a treasure, providing more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, You and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourself and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blossoms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons, for sure. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. All right, so this person came into your life to teach you some serious lessons, but I think the most important lesson, particularly now, is about having healthy boundaries. Okay, and there's something here about being authentic as well, and of course, triggering your healing. So Spirit is saying right now you have to be open and you have to be as real and as authentic as possible. As real and as authentic as the Queen of Swords. Okay? When this person comes in, you have to exchange truths. Not just listen, but you must also speak your mind and speak your heart as well. Because this is going to be, if it's handled correctly, it can be the start of something new, something beautiful, and something authentic and real. Okay? But both of you guys have to be real and shed those masks in order for this to manifest. Okay? All right, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that helped you. Take care. Bye.